What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Caleb, and this is ChatGPT versus me, Week 6 college football. And let us do a little recap of last week. Miami over 34.5 versus Virginia Tech. These are ChatGPT's picks. Miami obviously dominated. They're looking good. Then they have Fresno State +4 versus UNLV. Fresno State didn't even show up. They are absolutely trash. And then they had Khalil Mullins over 79.5 rushing yards. This is the Michigan running back versus Minnesota. He wound up finishing with 111 yards, so that was probably the easiest pick in the world. And then they had Northern Illinois Huskies +7.5 versus NC State. They won by 7. NC State won by 7. So if you picked that, you were sweating the whole time. And good job. Next is my picks. I had BYU +3 versus Baylor. BYU dominated. That was probably the easiest line in the world. And then next I had Navy versus UAB. I had Navy -3.5. Navy also dominated. Easiest line in the world. They are actually really good. Kansas moneyline versus TCU. TCU finally showed up again. They're back rolling. Kansas, they are a basketball school. And then Georgia -1 versus Bama. Probably the game of the year. Ryan Williams, you are unbelievable. I know everybody's been glazing you for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to be one of them. Jesus, that was a hell of a game. That's all I got to say. For this week, they picked 4. I picked 4. ChatGPT, obviously. And they went with Missouri moneyline +106 versus Texas A&M. Missouri could be a good underdog bet. They are coming off a bye week and have shown solid performance under the quarterback, Brady Cook. Texas A&M, on the other hand, is dealing with the uncertain QB situation. Yes, they are. Texas A&M sucks. Missouri, they're okay. I like the pick. That's probably one of ChatGPT's first moneyline pick this season for college football. Next is Tennessee -13.5 versus Arkansas. Tennessee has been excellent against the spread this season, covering in all their games so far. Facing Arkansas, the Volunteers are expected to continue that trend. Tennessee is looking great. They're looking awesome. They are rolling. They look like actually a professional football team, honestly. They're looking pretty good. Arkansas, Michigan versus Washington under 45.5. This game features 2 of the best defenses in college football. Both teams rank in the top 10 in yards allowed per carry, making a low-scoring game. Defense battle likely. Michigan has been dominating on the offense. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. After the Texas loss, Michigan has been on a roll 3 in a row. So, and Washington, they're looking but they are playing in Washington, so we'll see. Iowa under 13.5 points versus Ohio State, with Ohio State's defense allowing only 3.3 yards per play. Iowa's offense being inconsistent. Betting on Iowa to score fewer than 13.5 points seems like a strong play. Risky. I don't like betting under points, especially against bigger teams, because you just never know. But, oh, not my pick. My picks are NC State -4 versus Wake Forest. NC State's coming off a win against Northern Illinois. CJ Bailey's looking to start his second game. He's thrown a touchdown in each game that he's played. And Wake Forest is 3 losses in a row. Defense is lacking. QB back mirror with 5 touchdowns. Tries to look to outscore NC State, and that's how they look to win that game. But I still like NC State -4. Next, I have Navy versus Air Force. Yep, Navy versus Air Force over 36.5. The only reason why is Navy is good. They're 4-0. Harvard has thrown 7 touchdowns and 1 interception in passing, 450 yards rushing, and 8 touchdowns scoring rushing touchdowns, sorry. They can score a lot of points. Air Force, not so much. They've allowed 30 points, though, and the over and under is 36.5. Navy can score a lot. Air Force, they can allow a lot of points. So look for Air Force look for Navy to cover the spread. Look for Navy to take the total points all the way over by themselves alone. But Air Force can help out. Cool. Next, I have Ole Miss versus South Carolina +9.5 on the South Carolina side. Ole Miss first loss against a struggling Kentucky team last week. Ole Miss offense versus South Carolina's defense. Ole Miss needs to dominate to stay in the playoff race, but I don't see it happening. QB Lenore Sellers is expected to play for South Carolina. He did get injured in the LSU game, but during that game they were leading like pretty much the whole game until the injury or something like that. I think he got hurt halftime, and then LSU came back and they just couldn't make up the deficit. They couldn't do anything on offense when he got hurt. But he's coming back, so look for South Carolina plus 9.5. And then I know we always say I'm never going to pick ChatGPT's picks, and they're never going to pick my picks, but with this slate of games and only Saturday, and they're very small, not really small pool, but they're very limited good games to pick. And so also I went with Michigan money line versus Washington. Michigan again, they've been doing great this past 3 games. After the Texas loss, they've been 3-0. Offense is looking great. Defense is looking okay. Washington, on the other hand, they've lost 2 of their last 3. And every time they play a decent team, especially a well-known school, they lose. This season, at least, they've lost to Rutgers and Washington State, so an interstate rival. The only thing going for Washington is that they've won 17 games at home. So, and Alex Orji is 2-0 as a starter, so can you keep it rolling? I think so. This is going to be a short video. Kind of went through it fast because I'm going to try to upload this so I can watch the Oregon game. But, again, my picks: NC State -4, Navy versus Air Force over 36.5. South Carolina plus 9.5 versus Ole Miss, and then Michigan money line versus Washington. ChatGPT with Mizzou, Missouri, basically money line versus Texas A&M. Tennessee -13.5 versus Arkansas. Michigan versus Washington. Over, or no, is it over or under? Under 45.5, and then Iowa under 13.5 versus Ohio State. So let me know what y'all think about those picks. Are y'all gonna fade? Are y'all gonna trail? Are y'all gonna ride with ChatGPT because they're doing pretty good, or are y'all gonna ride with me? I'm 500, so, and I picked some underdogs, so you technically would be profitable. But with that being said, check out my other videos, guys. I also do this with NFL. I don't know what I'll do with basketball. If I want to do basketball, there's a lot of games throughout the whole week. Maybe I'll just do like the weekend slate games, or do like a recap. Let me know what y'all want to hear or see about basketball, if y'all even want me to do basketball. It doesn't have to be bets. It could just be like a little weekly recap. I love basketball. It's my favorite sport. It's one of the sports that I freaking played, even though I'm only 5'7". But I thought it was good. But with that being said, like, subscribe, check out the other videos, and then see y'all later, guys. Bye.